Hey guys, Smith City here for Smith City Product Reviews. Well, I'm about to do an Irish trivia round with family online on an online chat. And just before we start, I'm going to do a review of Kilkenny original draught brewed in Ireland. I'll give you a little bit of history on the beer. Kilkenny is a nitrogenated Irish cream ale from the makers of Guinness, which originated in Kilkenny, Ireland. The brand is managed and produced by an English company. It is available in draft bottles and cans. We've got the can version here in a 440ml, 4.3% ABV. Kilkenny is similar to Smithwick's draft, however, it is less hop finish and it has a nitrogenated cream head similar to Guinness. The Kilkenny name was originally used during the 1980s and the 1990s to market a strong version of Smithwick's for the European and Canadian markets due to difficulty in pronunciation of the word Smithwick's. I'm not too sure how hard it is to pronounce Smithwick's, but anyway, it now refers to a similar yet distinct beer. Kilkenny was brewed in St. Francis Abbey Brewery in Kilkenny, which was the oldest operating brewery in Ireland until its closure in 2013. It is now brewed at St. James Gate Brewery, Dublin. It is served in similar manner to Guinness, fully resin with a head of 3/4 to 1 approximate. The ingredients are water, malted barley, roasted malt barley, hops, and yeast. So yeah, I don't mind Kilkenny. If I am looking for this sort of style of drink, I do actually prefer Kilkenny over Guinness. And we'll get it into a glass. The glass I'm using today is a Dandenong Basketball Premier's glass. I am missing basketball in lockdown. We were down by 12 at half. We had a young side. Me and CJ were the oldest, and we were playing with a bunch of kids that I was coaching at the time. So we decided, and we were playing an older style side. So we went to man on man instead of zone, which normally happens in senior basketball. Zone is normally the defense that's played, more so probably from a lazy standpoint than anything else. But we had the legs to go with them, so we decided to go to man on man. I had a couple of corner threes and we went on a bit of a run and sort of clamped them. They started making mistakes and we ended up winning by I think it was 8 in the end, so a 20-point turnaround. So I'll get this into a glass and we will see what it looks like. Obviously I know what it looks like because I've had it before. So massive fizz on the opening, very creamy as you can tell. I'm going to try to get the pour better because I sometimes pour it too high for you guys. Get it into a glass. So as you can see, it is very creamy. And we're there. So with Kilkenny, you'll see that eventually it'll start changing as it settles in the glass. And I'm just going to get stuck in. Cheers, guys. It is these Irish ales, obviously if you're not from Ireland, you know, you either love this style of beer or you don't. I personally love it. As you see, it has just settled now with the head sort of basically a one finger head, but as you can see, It is very, very creamy, and that head will stay pretty much there for a while, unlike some of my other videos where it sort of dissipates and goes away pretty quickly. Not too sure if you can see that. Slow moving carbonation. Hold on a second, I just clicked on something I didn't want to click on. So yeah, I got my beer cartel pack today. Supposed to come pretty much in that first week of each month. Obviously with COVID stage 4 in Melbourne, Victoria, it obviously took a lot longer, but that's okay. So the bitter ale of Kilkenny, creamy with hints of mocha and cinnamon. Ireland's other much loved dark beer. This canned ale is equal to any draft ale I've tasted. That was a review on Dan Murphy's. Another one, like I said in the blurb at the start, described as Smithwick's with less hops and creamy head like Guinness. The amber brew has a rich aroma and flavour of toasted malt. So yeah, you definitely get those toasted malt characteristics in the beer. And not that I as you can tell, there's something in there which obviously keeps it like this. It's interesting, the more I do reviews, the more I'm sort of learning flavor profiles of beers, and I did really like drinking this every time I've had it, but without sort of analysing it, you just drink it and enjoy it. But as I'm doing reviews now, I'm sort of learning flavour profiles, and the fact that someone's written it's got hints of mocha and cinnamon, now that I'm actually analysing it, I would exactly say those same characteristics. I wouldn't say like very cinnamony, but definitely like the mocha description. I can sort of dig with where that's coming from. So yeah, going back to the can, packaging, pretty, like, because I know of the brand and I've bought it before, obviously it's easy for me to pick out when you're sort of in the aisle to go, okay, that's Kilkenny, I'll buy it, without sort of, because I've had this product before and I've had it quite regularly over, my existence of drinking. Packaging, talking about packaging with just how it is kind of hard to talk about, because just the colours on the can, the writing on the can, and everything on the can just goes, okay, it's a Kilkenny, so I'm going to buy it, obviously because I've seen it before. So yeah, as I said, it's 4.3 alcohol, 4.3% ABV. It's 440ml can. It contains barley. It's 1.5 standard drinks. It is 158 calories. Serving per package 1. Not if you buy 6. Then it's 6. Protein 1.8 grams. Carbohydrates 11.9 grams. Got 1.3 grams of sugar and 9 milligrams of sodium. And I'll read this off the back. The St. Francis Abbey was built in the small Irish town of Kilkenny. Today, the abbey where Kilkenny trademark draught was first brewed in 1710 is in ruins, but the beer is still going strong. An ale with nitrogenated widget. So there's a widget in here. I know what that word is, and I just couldn't remember what it was when I did that the first time. So yeah, a widget that activates when you open the can, creates a smooth head after the pour. Chill Kilkenny for at least 3 hours. Pour, wait for the liquid to settle, then enjoy. So yeah, as you can see, it has settled. Still does have a slight head on it. Price point, I think I bought 6 of these for 24, and I'm fairly sure one was close to $5. So yeah, buying 6 obviously worked out cheaper, but drinkability, I have no problems with drinking multiple of these. They are quite a nice drink for me. They might not be everyone's cup of tea, but I definitely enjoy these when I have them. So I'd like to try more styles of this beer, just for sort of a rating standpoint, but I think of the times I've had these drinks and sort of invokes memories of drinking these at certain times throughout my existence. I'd have to give this a rating of 8, so that plays a factor as well. So beers that I haven't tried before, that doesn't really factor in, but here, because I've had this beer before, and I've had it over a period of you know, the years I've been able to drink, being over the age of 18, I can sort of reference that in my rating. So I'm going to give it a standard 8. It is quite a nice, enjoyable drink for me. And yeah, if you have never tried this style of beer, why not give it a go? You know, you can either hate it or love it. A quick thing before I get off camera, before my phone turns off, I'm looking at getting a MacBook for my PT business, which then I won't have to worry about pumping content out under a time limit, because my phone's chock-a-block with memes and that sort of stuff. But I don't know where I was going with that now. Alzheimer's is creeping in. Maybe it's the beer. No, it's not the beer. No, it's gone. It's gone. You either love it or you hate it. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So, some of the beers I've tried where I may have, in my first few sips, really enjoyed it, or like they've packed a punch in terms of flavour. Eventually, as you keep drinking a drink, your palate adjusts. And so your palate adjusts to the flavour profile of whatever you're drinking. And so just because at the start of a video, it might feel like I'm really raving about it, doesn't mean necessarily after I've drunk it that rating is going to reflect what those first initial oohs or ahs or that's fantastic or whatever. It's sort of, I'll have to drink a lot of the drink to sort of then give a clear rating. So if you see that in my videos and you comment going, oh, but at the start you said this and then your rating was that is why, because eventually over a period of drinking the drink, your palate will adjust and then sort of will give you an overall rating as opposed to maybe how you experience the first couple of sips. So that's all I've got time for this drink. I'm going to enjoy trivia. If you're not able to do much in stage 4 in Melbourne, I urge you to, if things have been taken away from you or you aren't able to do certain things that you would normally do in terms of hobbies, find new ones. There's always something you can do. There's always something you can occupy yourself to have some sort of level of enjoyment in this period of time, as opposed to staring at that wall of things that have been taken away and just smashing your head into it. All right, cheers guys.